Ron. Thank you. Memphis dealt with a heartbreaking story yesterday that touched on the subject of autism. A young man, his name Caden Nolan, just 5 years old, drowned in a pond at a Memphis apartment complex.
Yeah, and today we'll talk with Coleman, who started the Autism Advocates organization. Thank you for joining us today. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, and let me let you know that my wife is the founder, Queen Coleman.
Very important to get that
for
in.
her. Yeah, first and foremost, but thank you guys for having me on your show. I'm big fans of both of you guys' work.
Well, thank you. I've heard a lot about your work too.
Thank you.
A leading cause of death for children with autism is drowning.
Yes.
You're addressing this problem head on, partnering with the YMCA in the city of Memphis to roll out a new problem called Aquatism.
Yes.
Share the details about this program and how it works.
Well, basically, when my wife and I started my wife started the nonprofit, and once again, I work for her, and we decided what would be our focus and our main focus. So for a few years, we worked on inclusion, awareness, and safety. But we figured out that when we found out that the data showed that, man, young children with autism, the leading cause of death was drowning, we were like, hey, we've got to focus right there. There it lies our focus. Now, of course, we have a son, Jameson, who was diagnosed with nonverbal severe profound autism back in 2012. So, we've been, 14 years into this thing now, and we're looking at it like, okay, we have the experience, and that was our why. But when we saw that this was happening, the death toll was rising. This is just, it's so sad, So we've got to do something about it to be able to curb this. So we thought about it. We was like, what makes our son happy? The water. Children with autism are drawn to water. It's therapeutic for them, But at the same time, we want them to be safe in the water. So at the end of the day, we saw how our son, we got him the actual aquatic training that was necessary for him to be safe in the water, to be able to save himself, So when we got that done, and it took time, it's repetitive is what it is when you're dealing with children with autism, but he learned how to swim and learned water safety, and we see that he's more vocal in the water. So at the end of the day, we saw the numbers and we saw the data, and the data is why it matters. So that's why we were like, we've got to strike. In aquatism, well, I'm into writing, and my wife and I, we always combine on writing, and we come up with cool things, and aquatism is what we came up with, and we felt like that was it. So my wife immediately trademarked it, and we're like, okay, we're gonna go with this. But the young man's passing, though it's a very grave passing, and I definitely empathize with the family, it's not in vain, because I hope this lights a fire under everyone in this city to understand how important this particular subject matter is. If he had water safety, would he be alive today?
Right.
Good question.
Because elopement happens when you're a child with autism. They run off. They do it at times.
Wandering.
They're wandering. It's a part of it. But at the end of the day, if the water safety training would have been there, we could have been able to save. And I just can't continue to keep seeing this take place. We can't, as an organization with Autism Advocates. So we've put this into effect, and the city of Memphis is definitely on board with us. Parks and Recreation is on board with us, and we're tapping with the YMCA as well, so we can roll this out. We would like to be a scenario to where it can happen during the school day, so we can get these children in the pools, be able to get the training done, and then also roll it out in the extended school year for the summer programs, and as well as we go into the 25-26 school year. So we're super excited about it,
All right, we only got a couple minutes left. You can't have a campaign without a mascot, so we can bring the mascot around back here, there.
Let me tell you, this is the star of our show. This is Ace, the advocate. We go around to all the schools, replenishing sensory items and doing that thing. And they love Ace, man.
What's going on, Ace?
He's a
Good
cool
to see
guy,
you.
man.
Pound. Well, so April is Autism Awareness Month, and your organization, Autism Advocates, autismadvocates.org, was created to inspire support.
Yes.
And so what experiences led to the creation of your organization?
Of course, our son, Jameson. He's our why. People look for their purpose, but our purpose found me and my wife with our son. And we was like, hey, we've got to be able to meet our autism community where they are. We got to push for inclusion, awareness, acceptance, but most of all, safety.
Right. So parents out there who are listening and they want to get in touch with you all, what should they do?
They should hit up autismadvocates.org. They should subscribe to our good vibe, that we have going on, because it's very important to have community. When you have a child with autism, or when you are a person with autism, you may feel like you're on an island.
Right.
You know, so it's important to be able to get community, and we're looking to build community with our site and with our organization, and just be able to be, you know, boots on the ground. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I just didn't see that when I was coming up, and we got our diagnosis or whatever. So we want to be that really that shoulder. You know what I mean? That listening ear for that parent that just got the diagnosis. For those parents that just got the diagnosis, and you know, just want to be what we wanted for other parents. So that's what we're doing.
Very good.
Well, I see the Grizzlies logo on that T-shirt right there. It says Autism Advocate. And you're a performer, and I believe you have done a show with the Grizzlies.
Yeah, I did a show last night with the Grizzlies, and I mean...
You're a rapper.
Yes, I'm an artist. I've been blessed to have success with music. I've written songs for Drake. I'm a writer, artist, and producer. Produced for Glorilla. You know, I've just been, and as an artist myself, but I performed last night with the Grizzlies, halftime show and pregame show, and we had our merch, Standing on Grizzlies, which is my latest song. It's available everywhere, and it's an anthem for Memphis, and it did very well last night.
Congratulations.
Thank you. We had a table set up last night with Autism Advocates shirts. You guys sold them out.
Fantastic.
You know, thank you guys so much, man. So the support in Memphis was just great, and they loved Ace last night. That's what
I bet they did.
Yes, they did.
Kia Shine Coleman.
Yes, keep up the good work.
Thank you very much. Thank you guys for having us.
Thank you.
Thank
Indeed.
you.